So perfect timing. Alright guys, so last time MBL used his rehost, and holy crap, that's crazy. He used his rehost, and look at this map, guys. He has this forward gold, and pretty much all his resources are forward. He has a little bit of gold here, but of course you guys have 2 minutes to put your bets in, but man, forward gold there and forward stones, that's not great for MBL. And I guess he does have some nice woodlands. He doesn't even have much space within his walls here to build, and that could be an issue for him. I'm gonna talk a bit about Slam's map, and then we'll get back to MBL's. It wasn't really a standard map introduction there, but this is the first thing I noticed. So we have then Slam, and Slam is here. They're both Byzantines, of course. I guess if you're watching on YouTube or just getting here, you're just noticing this, but they're both Byzantines for game 1 in this best of 7. And Slam's gold is actually quite forward as well, and that's quite close next to the walls, and he also has a relic right next to his gold. He has a forward stone, and in fact he also, well, he does have a secondary gold at a decent position in the back, and I'm sure he'll find that. He also has stone, and some more gold and stone in the back, which is very good. Also, Slam has like really good positioning for his relics. He has one here, and he has one here, he has one here, and so that's 3 relics that he should definitely be getting. Well, MBL is the one within his base, and then he's the one up here. You know, I'm still not sure at this point why MBL chose to use a rehost, but you have to use them sparingly, especially in 7 games, and right now, MBL might be kicking himself. I assume the bettings have closed. Let me just tab out real quick. Yeah, there you go. You have another 2 minutes now. As MBL... He's laming here, as I missed that. And I apologize, but he's lamed the boar there from Slam. And I was, of course, focusing on other things. And Slam had the boar outside the walls there. And he's brought in that boar. So I can't believe I missed that. That's so frustrating, but he's actually lamed in MBL lames in Arabia all the time, and if that's huge for Slam. Now luckily for Slam, he does have these deer here, and Gracie, thank you for the host. Thank you for the host, Gracie. I appreciate it. And so that's huge right there, guys. I mean, on Arena, you definitely need to have a good uptime, especially with Byzantines if you're going to be going for relics. So now MBL is going to have an extra boar. He has one here, he has one here, and there's no way Slam's going to get that back. So I'm interested to see how Slam balances his eco now. He's going over to deer, and like I said, lucky for him, he actually does not need to war these really, and so that's interesting. So forward golds for both these players. I'm not quite sure if MBL is able to seed this gold from Slam, but I do assume we will be seeing relics coming in from both players, but monks coming out. And the thing with Byzantines, and I was going to touch on it a bit in the beginning of last game, but there was a is that Byzantines have fantastic uptimes because their upgrade times to the next stage do not cost as much. So, you know, you will see those monk upgrades come in pretty quick, and you know, if the Imperial Age is cheaper, it just makes monks that much stronger because you can get those Imperial Age techs. And also, you will sometimes see, you know, the 1TC push come in a lot more frequently because they will go into castles. Just get a castle out with the monks defending with a couple trebs, and boom, sometimes it works out that easy. But these players are both strong, and Rox, good to see you, man. This is going to be a lot of fun. So, glad to see you guys got your bets in. My apologies that I didn't get that sorted out like I should have. MBL, okay, making sure I wasn't going to stay there too long. But definitely going to pay attention to, you know, Slam and what he does with, you know, his, balancing his eco, because I am interested in that. MBL, of course, as well, but he did have an extra boar. Sometimes getting that extra boar actually causes you to really struggle because you're not used to that. But I think MBL is certainly of the skill level to be able to know what's going on. Not to mention that MBL lames like every other minute, and so he's probably used to that by now. Okay, so one thing, MBL is actually not going for his deer, and he's staying at home with this scout for now. He's he's kind of hesitant to go out scouting. And if you look at what Slam can see, Slam now sees the secondary gold. He also sees this main gold. What he doesn't see is this. So he might assume that MBL has another gold back here. And it's all down to decision making at this point. Because if Slam chooses to go super aggressive, he might do it just because this gold is here. And he also might say, okay, I only see one gold outside the walls. So I'm a bit more hesitant to go aggressive on this gold because MBL might have one right here. But, you know, MBL, you know, he has one here. This is main gold. He actually hasn't scouted this one. So, you know, scouting is hugely important. MBL's going to bring in this deer now. And, you know, we'll see how he balances his ecos. They both go up on 25 bills. MBL is actually, like I said, I mean, sometimes getting the extra boar isn't huge. And, oh, he's actually chasing the deer away from him. And it's just a little bit of time. He's not going to have the food he needs. While Slam actually has more food. He went up to the farms a little bit earlier, of course, and I think Slam's going to be fine. Brent, why are you being rude to my bot, man? My bot is a kind servant for this channel. I really appreciate you be kinder to my bot. But anyway, so uptimes are going to be hugely important now. And we'll just see. I mean, MBL just now getting over to that deer, so he did get up a little bit later as well than Slam, just by a second or two. Alright, we'll see the uptimes here, and then the play. I mean, we do have the blacksmith going there for MBL market there. Slam, of course, doing the same thing, just placing them as convenient as possible. And I assume they will have the resources to click up. MBL, he's close enough. He's also going to have a ton of food right there, so decent timing. But as you can see, I mean, Slam's probably going to be around the same. Ooh, MBL is actually quite... Yeah, he's a little bit behind here. If you notice, he's actually struggling just a couple seconds there, but nothing huge. But that's just the things that annoy you. Is he going to send more out to gold? Yes, it looks like he is going to send a couple more out to gold. Potentially. No, he's going to stick with 6. And we have then 6 as well for Slam. If you look at the gold then, they're going to have enough, I think, to go 2 monasteries. Now, the choice is always... Actually, 2 more going out to gold then for Slam. The choice is always how many monasteries do you go up? Do you get 2 monasteries up right away? Do you go 2 monasteries and a siege workshop? Because, of course, you can get the researchers in to start converting enemy siege. So, I prefer to see going for the 3 monasteries before 2 monasteries and a siege workshop. I've just seen more success with that, and I just feel like it's less of a waste. But right now, these guys kind of doing similar builds, just small differences, and there's only 11-second difference in the uptime. But really nice from Slam for sure, losing that boar to be able to rebound with his eco. I need to grab a quick drink of water here, but this is really, really nice. Mangus, that is your relics, which is our betting system, my friends, so enjoy. You'll accumulate more. MBL, I think, is going over here to build a TC right off the bat. Has he scouted that, actually? No, he has not, so he still has not scouted that gold. And then we're going to see Slam. Let's see what Slam's doing over here. Slam is going for the 2 monastery approach, and... Well, he could easily go for a TC as well shortly, but he could easily go for another monastery, and he's going to do that. Though the 3 monasteries is definitely the approach you want to be using. So if you look, there's going to be monks queued up in every monastery here. Might go for a research right off the bat, but it looks like 3 monasteries is the choice for Slam, while MBL going for 2 monasteries and prioritizing that next TC, which is interesting because at MBL, as far as what he can see, he only has 1 gold. He doesn't see this gold. And I think MBL's going to get away with this scout, but Slam certainly choosing to be more aggressive with the monks right off the bat. And of course, getting in these relics, which Slam has, is going to be more important. He's going to get in the relics quicker, he's going to get the gold faster, and he's going to be able to just get the researches in a lot faster. So I kind of agree with Slam's play here. You know, you get the relics in, you'll be able to get the researches in. MBL is just now getting bow saw as well, which is really, really important upgrade. And I'm surprised at that, to be honest with you. I don't think he was lacking the resources for it, to be honest with you. But MBL did get the relic that was right next to his gold. If anything, that was kind of just next to the gold and bothering things. Yeah, if there's a relic issue, I can't fix it right now. Otherwise, you're not going to see the game, my friends. So, I'm not going to really worry about that right now. Relics are coming out then from Slam. So, something that we might see from Slam is just buy his way up as well. If he's not prioritizing another TC. There we go, he's going to prioritize another TC, but this is important here. Of course, the monk upgrades are important as well. It looks like they're both trying to convert each other, but MBL losing 2 monks. Is he going to get this one? I don't even think he is. Slam's trying to run away, and then Slam's bringing in his scout, and Slam's going to pick that off, and that's a huge loss for MBL. It's always hard to call these fights, and it looks like Slam coming across now trying to pick this one off, and wow, look at the amount of monks coming out from Slam now. I just thought the aggressive approach from Slam was going to be the better thing. MBL only on 2 monasteries, and just look at the amount of monks here that Slam has. Slam's only 3 villagers down. He does have 2 TCs himself, and just once you mass the monks, it is just so hard to pull it back. It's so hard to, I mean, especially with the micro of these players, it's really impossible to attack. Even going for counter monks at this point is going to be hard for MBL. He just can't catch up. He's almost 10 relics down. So MBL, he's still on 2 TCs, but he did find the other gold and go up to 3. And so the monk micro is going to be important, but I don't know why MBL's fighting here. It looks like he did actually get a conversion, and then he just killed the unit, so he wouldn't feed it to Slam. But he lost one there, and he's actually probably going to lose this one as well to the scout of Slam, though he killed Slam's scout. So that's good. And I think MBL's just playing a boom game now. He's just trying to delay and boom. And if he can delay and boom, potentially get a castle up maybe, that would be good. But he can't get a castle. It's impossible. He has no stone. Sometimes that's the best thing, to just kind of boom behind a castle. But his stone's all out on the front. We have 1 stone there and the 1 stone here. And look at this. All these villagers on gold. This is going to be a problem. MBL's housed as well. He's going to have to run away. And if I were Slam, I would convert a villager and just lame the crap out of this gold. Honestly, it's a tournament game. MBL somehow skating away with all his villagers, but he still has no way to really defend this. It's not looking good. Yeah, those farms are a little messy, I agree. But right now I want to see how many relics we have for 3 relics then for Slam. Does he see? I feel like the other one, yeah, he doesn't see this one up here. And I'm not sure if MBL does either. MBL just trying to get some conversions here. He is behind his walls. He is officially behind his walls. He is T90 officially behind his walls. And, yeah, it, isn't looking great for MBL on the offensive front. And generally I would say, okay, try and boom and get up to the Imperial Age. But what can he do in the Imperial Age? What can he do? I just don't know. We're still 2 TCs from Slam. I guess MBL could go into the production of a ranged unit. He's going for a barracks, and I think he might just click up soon, but Slam has already done that. And I think Slam is going to do exactly what I said I thought one of these players would do, and just go with the monk upgrades in the Imperial Age and use the fantastic uptime. 53 villagers and Slam's clicked up. So, I mean, pretty fragile economy here. If you are to kill all these monks, it might be really good for MBL, who's now about 11 villagers ahead. But the thing is, these monks are pretty tanky. If you get the upgrades, they have 9+3 range, and the micro is pretty exceptional for all these players. So we have archery ranges going up for MBL, so he is going for a ranged unit, and I think that's a wise choice. You can micro them, and also they could be harder to pick off. You know, you don't, if you run in with scouts, that's a lot of time when you're running nearby, especially if the monks have 9+3 range where they can convert you. So I'm not sure if he's going for arbs or if he's going for skirms, but he should be producing them now. And I also think I heard a stable, unless the stable, yeah, 2 stables then from Slam. But MBL definitely having 12 villagers more is going to help him out here. I haven't seen, well, ballistics coming in, padded archer armor. Still haven't seen anything beyond that. No upgrades for elite skirm. Yeah, there we go. He is going with skirmishers. And he seems to have eco as well, but he's definitely going to need some to mass some units. There's a lot of monks here. And keep in mind that Slam has a lot of relics here as well. And he's going with the Mangonel, which I think is a wise move. Mangonel on a battering ram. So elite skirm, Bodcanero. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see Bracer coming as well from MBL. And MBL knows what's coming. He knows there's monks. He knows there's a Mangonel. He sees all of that. And looks like we have archery ranges from Slam. So that's a really wise move to do counter skirms. And he very well may go into something else as well. But more importantly, getting Illumination, Theocracy, and Block Printing. So he's going to get all these important upgrades now. And MBL, he has to take a fight here at some point. I think he could move out to this gold now. But he does have this gold in the back. And he is going skirms as well. So he basically just needs the gold for his upgrades. And it's getting close. Let's see, we have lots of skirms here from MBL. If you look, 23 skirms. But the problem is one Mangonel could actually do a lot of damage to that, so he really needs to mass a lot more here. And Bracer's going to be an important upgrade. He did get one defense upgrade. I'm not sure. I wish I could see one skirmisher to see if he has any more upgrades. But he also sees this. He sees this relic out there. He hasn't scampered out there to get it. I think he's going to run this relic back here because he doesn't want Slam to get it. And at this point, I think he's biding his time. It's important to be patient here. And I think he's doing that. As, you know, Slam certainly has the map control. As you can see, 9+3 range then on these monks. Slam's kind of doing the right thing. He's getting pikemen. Of course, Byzantines have really cheap trash. So, oh, but in comes a big push here from MBL with these skirms. And Slam's going to see it because he just lost a couple pikemen here. This is enough skirms to take out that Mangonel. But look at the monks go. They're going to try and convert, and the big Mangonel shot, but the Mangonel's going to go down. I think MBL is going to be able to clean out all these monks. There's nothing here. There's no white cav. There's no other Mangonels. I mean, he's losing skirms, but I mean, it's trash. Just clear out the monks if you're MBL. And he's clearing out enough monks here, I think, to really push out. He's coming out with siege workshops, and he's doing a good job for sure. Now, what's the choice then? Do we have another Mangonel coming out? We do have another Mangonel coming out from Slam, and it could wipe out so many skirms. MBL has to expect it, and this was a big shot. Oh my gosh, I got almost all of them there. MBL's not paying attention either, but Slam's trying to focus down these vills, and that is not enough skirms from MBL to deal with this Mangonel, and he definitely has to go back here, MBL. He does not have anything here. He's going to lose that villager. He should definitely delete Siege Workshop as well, which he just did. A nice job from MBL to push out, but he has to definitely mass some units, and I think transition, because, you know, Mangonels could actually just take these skirms, and I'm sure Light Cav will be coming now from Slam, who is going into, right now, scouts, and still, these Mangonels are looking ominous. Mangonels being microed. MBL is going to be able to take this one out. Close to it anyway. He's just missing it. And Slam's pushing him right back. Even the scouts are going to do a good job. MBL should plug that hole with that villager. And no, she's just been plugged into the ground as MBL is getting pushed right back. And I just don't know what MBL's play is here. I guess he's almost out of gold. I don't know. He just doesn't have any gold units out in the map right now. And Slam is continuing to produce monks here and get some conversions. And of course, they do heal as well. So, you know, it is hugely important to keep your monks alive. MBL did a good job of pushing back out. He actually has the score lead right now, even though he has less villagers. But one or two big Mangonel shots could wipe out MBL's entire army, with the exception of a couple pikemen, and it looks like we have skirms with Bodcanero coming out from Slam, and I still think, like, this is anybody's game, but oh my word, big Mangonel shots. They're all very weak there as well, and another huge shot as MBL is just having to run back, and you see the Mangonels being deleted because MBL is trying to convert them. So, we have the Halbs now coming out from MBL, and I think the Halbs was a good choice because they can get to the base of these monks, and also they can get to the base of the skirms as well. I mean, Trash is a wise choice as Byzantines always, and you know, Slam doesn't even have Bracer, he doesn't even have Ballistics, and one thing he does have is a lot of map control though. He has this gold, he has the relics, and MBL doesn't even have a castle as far as I can see. He hasn't even collected any, so he's just now getting Loom! What? What is he doing getting a 37-minute Loom? That's insane. But we'll just watch the monks from Slam work. He's microing everyone, he's making them work, and it's really excellent. I mean, he's getting a lot of conversions, and still MBL is trying to push out, and he's doing a good job with these skirms and halves, let's be honest, but I don't think without siege he's not going to push into these buildings very easily. So, you know, I hear trebs, and it's probably this treb here from Slam, and MBL needs siege, and I don't think trebs are going to work for him. All his stones on the front. He's trying to go rams, and he just is unable to right now. I don't think onagers are a wise choice in this game, because as you can see, the mangonels are pretty much firing and deleting, or being deleted because the monks are out. But as I say that, there's a mangonel, and it might get a good shot there, and that was a pretty decent shot. But now, I mean, these skirms actually have a lot of defense upgrades. It's not near as effective as it was before. This has become a Byzantines war. I mean, tons of trash, and it's down to, you know, how the fights are taken. MBL has collected this gold out here, and that's really good. Map control is huge. He's also getting this gold, so he's not out of gold. And, you know, Slam, I want to take a quick toggle over to Slam because this is important. He doesn't see this gold in the back or the stone, so he may run out of gold shortly with the exception of his relics. And MBL, if he holds him, might be in a better position here. But still, the monks from Slam are coming out. Big fight, and it's hard to call. I mean, you look at this and you're like, man, a big onager shot would be amazing, but it's really just not worth the risk. I think mainly Siege Ram and Capped Ram is the better choice. MBL probably losing this fight here, and look at this, we have Capped Rams then coming out from Slam. This is going to help him win this fight in a huge way. I'm not sure where MBL is sending his Rams. He's gotten Capped Ram, but I don't think he's doing... Oh, and a castle going up then from Slam on this TC, which means gold for Slam and no gold for MBL. He's going to have to run back to that gold, which is more map control for Slam. That is an amazing castle, and he's also pushing in with the Capped Rams. This is huge. The Treb's coming in as well now, and I don't see MBL stopping this at all. Remember, Slam, he does have the relics. MBL is going to really have to pull out the stops here. All this gold is a huge mess, and lots of monks here from Slam still. What do we have in that siege workshop? I'm not sure, but that relic's going to fall out of that monastery, and MBL is really in a tough spot. He's losing a lot of ground, and Skirm's coming in. I'm just waiting for the Halb upgrade from Slam, honestly, but it'd be a good mix for sure. I'm not sure why he hasn't done that just yet, but good positioning here from Slam for sure. I mean, he's pushing in. There's nothing here to really attack his Capped Rams, and MBL is just being pushed back into his base further and further. You know, sooner or later he's going to have to delete some eco to build military buildings. And Siege Ram coming in from Slam, and you know, with Siege Ram coming in, I just don't see MBL stopping it. He's not even dealing with the Capped Rams, and Siege Ram's just going to be more ominous for him. And you know, it is somewhat surprising to me because, you know, pretty much all we've seen from Slam is a bunch of monks and skirms. But, you know, I guess we'll have to see how many conversions we've really seen from Slam here, because look how many monks he has. It's a crazy amount of monks, and I have been seeing conversions, but it hasn't been in large amounts. Now we have a castle war out here. It's like a race to the castle. I think MBL is going to win this, but then there's Trebs here and Rams, and Slam is just sending everything to this area, but it's a little bit too late. Honestly, he's not going to stop the castle, but MBL, I mean, he has so many villagers here. If this castle goes down, the Halbs are coming out, the Skirms are coming out, and Slam actually has his Rams behind the fight. He's losing so many units, the Rams need to be in front, and MBL, I think, still going to lose this fight once the Rams come in. This castle is going to go down because of the Treb, having a castle was a huge deal in this game thus far. And then, of course, the siege rams, and I think MBL knows it's over as he attacks with bills and sacrifices like a fifth of his town here just to attack rams that are going to take down his castle anyway. It does not look good. It's a big Mangonel shot, another big Mangonel shot, and yeah, I mean, this seems to be the end for MBL. I mean, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but MBL is losing too much here, and he doesn't seem to really be doing that well. This TC is going to go down. More skirms coming in. MBL is not going to be able to deal with these skirms. We do see some... Oh, and that bombard cannon was converted as well, and just picks off the villager. And potentially another conversion on the bombard cannon from Slam. Slam's monks have been insane, as he still has these two in here as well, just causing problems. But MBL, I'm not sure if he's trolling now or what, but there's the GG. And yeah, that was a correct prediction, Melmano. And crazy game. Let's take a quick look at the achievements, because they will be starting another game, of course. I want to see how many conversions. Slam had 100 conversions. So I think I had team colors on, which is why the colors are flip-flopped. But 100 conversions? That's crazy. That really must have been something. It was just like, it built up over time. And so anyway, I'm glad to have you guys here. And